welcome to Ashley Effect Podcast, where motivation meets girl talk and real conversations happen here, and community is everything. So I'm here today at Peach of Naples with my friend Valerie. She's going to tell you a little bit about who she is and what she does. So Val, go ahead.
Hi guys, so my name is Valerie. I'm the general manager here of Peach Naples. It is a women's only gym. It was also quite a transition to move over here. I graduated from the University of Florida in Gainesville for my bachelor's, transitioned all the way over here from work, grew up in South Florida, Miami area, and I'm really excited for this podcast.
Yes, me too. It's been a long time coming. So we met through Destiny Church for the young adults nights on Mondays, which you have to go if you haven't.
So good.
Get started. So start
good.
next week. But how has that been a part of your life? How has it shaped you into the woman you are today?
Oh, good one. Destiny is amazing, and I cannot emphasize how important it is to go on Monday nights. Back when I was doing college, I had my church home. That's where I got baptized. That's where I met the Lord. And it was good. And it was really hard leaving when I transitioned here into moving in Naples. And then I went to like 10 churches maybe to find like what was the right fit. And my friend introduced me to Destiny, but not Sundays, Monday nights, because that's young adults. And it was such an eye-opener. It was a changer. It was something I don't miss. I don't miss on Monday, but it's because you really get to connect with the Lord. It's like my new safe space, right? So if I were to get baptized again, I know it would be there because that's the place where I feel comfortable speaking to him. And I feel like everyone talks about a safe space. And for some people, it's like in bed, at home. For me, it's there. And I feel like there's nobody else in the room. Like it's just him and I, and I'm really able to connect. And the pastor is so good, and everyone is so raw and real and emotional. It's so good.
Yeah, and we're all around the same age. I think the highest age is like 31, 32, 30, something like that. But yeah, so that's how we met. But for someone who is just meeting you, how would your friends describe you?
I would say silly, quirky. I always have a smile on my face. I'm the biggest like doll ever. But oh my man, when it comes to work, I am a big like straight shooter. Like I don't play. I'm very career driven. But it's also like because of the career. I feel like it depends your job. Like for you, when you're dealing with other girls, like it's motivating because you want better for them. And I'm like in the same aspect. Like the girls come here to work out, and like I want to help them, and that shapes you into a person because instead of being, I guess, like independent or selfish, you become like selfless, and you're like, no, let me stop time out of my day to help you. So I would say selfless is a big one. Eager. I always want to learn. I always want to get better. I always want to become better. Woman of God, honestly, God-fearing woman.
Yes, no, we truly are. And I'm so happy that I got to meet you in that scenario when it came to meeting you at church, because I was like, she seems nice, but I don't know. Like, but then I grew some cojones, and I was like, let me go talk to her.
I don't have an RBF. I feel like I'm like la 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 all the time.
Yeah, I never truly ever see you have a bad day. But you did mention to me before that that you went to school for like sustainable studies. So can you give us a little bit more background information on that?
Yeah. So very random because now I'm in fitness, but I actually wanted to be a lawyer my entire life. I did pre-law in high school. That was my, in high school, there's like, what is it called when you're like in a group of something?
A club?
Kind of like a club. It's like
there's
nursing. Yeah, program. Okay, I was in that program. So I was law, like hardcore. Everyone in my family thought I was going to go to law school, etc. So then I went to UF for law, and I did family law for a little bit. And I was like, man, I don't know if this is for me. I'm kind of emotional for this. Like, it's very sad with like divorce. And then my parents are divorced, so it kind of like triggered some stuff. And I was like, man, maybe I'm not strong enough for this. So then I switched into environmental law because I love the environment. And then through that is where I learned to switch into sustainability. So I still minored in environmental law, but then switched my major into sustainability studies. And for those who don't know what that is, because I didn't even know what that was at first, it's pretty much learning about climate change and just how the world changes with time. Obviously, right now we're in a crisis because of like the heat and everything, and it's just really bad. But anyways, that struck my interest because I was just so interested on how can we short-term, long-term projected goal save the environment and the species and the animals that are dying because of climate change and global warming. And oh my gosh, it's just so interesting. I could talk about it for hours. But the reason I actually got into UF is not because of my GPA, which was good. I've always had good grades and everything. Very good in high school, so do good if you're in high school. But because I actually wrote, what's the thing you write when you go into college?
You're an essay
Yeah, what is it called?
or an application. So sometimes they have it to where you have to write like an application essay. To get in.
Yeah. Well, we'll think of the name later.
Yes.
But I wrote mine about this lizard in my backyard that got stuck in the trash can. So random. And like he couldn't get out because it's just a trash can, and it broke my heart. And I was late to work and everything because I like tipped it over and I was so scared because it's like a big iguana. And it was the most random story ever. And I just learned to like love animals and species. And I think like growing up in the Keys, I learned to love about the environment. But I can ramble about this, so let's keep going.
Okay, so we just got done talking about our environmental studies, but I think that's where I wanted to ask you about that because I know you had mentioned it, and I'm going into environmental studies for my degree, so
Okay.
those two sort of go hand in hand a little bit. But your next question is, at some point, when did you realize that your heart was for fitness and wellness instead of sustainable studies?
Yeah. Man, when I was in college, they have like the free rec sports, like the gym that's on campus.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, man, like I'm gaining a little bit of weight. Let me go to the gym. And I've been working out since, let's say, like forever. But I never saw a difference in my body because I wasn't working out correctly. That's a whole different story that we can talk about later. But I was like, let me go to classes now because they'll tell you what to do, like form, safety, things like that. So I went to a few group fitness classes, ended up really liking it, ended up seeing a difference in my body. And then one of my coaches that I would go to her classes, she's like, Val, you go to every class, you do it right. Why don't you get paid for it? Why don't you just get certified and become a coach? I was like, you know what? Yes, girl, I'm going to do it. And then I was like, wait, am I going to do it? It's like $1,000 course. It's like 6 months of studying, which took me like 9 at the end of the day because I was working full time and in school. And like once you commit, and I went for it. And so I feel like my passion at the time wasn't as strong as it is now. Obviously, it's grown. But I think I was just trying something new. I was like, this is something I like. This is not a real career. Fitness isn't a real job or anything. Got certified, fell in love, then got certified in personal training, fell in love, Peach opens, women's only gym. I kind of just all clicked. But college, man, like everyone talks about like, oh, you know, college, you just go party, drink. Like, yes, I think freshman year, like it's fun to experience that and all that. But college, you really meet friends like that you learn to love and you find the path that's right for you. And I really think that it really just changed from law completely because I was like, the reason I wanted to do law is to change people's lives. And I realized you can change people's lives also in fitness. Like I've seen so many women overcome like weight problems. And then I have a client with osteoporosis we're fighting. So like, or not fighting, but like working towards. So like, it's just so cool how you can work on someone within themselves instead of just outside. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When did you know that God was leading you into this new journey with fitness?
There's a quote. Let me find it. I pulled it up earlier, so I should have it. Okay, so I knew that this was from God because the moment that I realized that our bodies are not our own, but it's really His, that He died on the cross for us, that's when I realized I was like, okay, it's not up to me. It's up to Him and His calling and all that. And so the quote that I found was Corinthians 6:19-20. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were brought in at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies. So when I work out and I listen to worship music, when I work out and realize it's for a deeper cause, not because, yeah, we all want abs and everything, but really just respecting yourself to respect Him. And I think they align so well.
Yeah. Or I feel like nowadays, like everybody wants to look this certain part.
Yeah.
And I feel like at the end of the day, you truly need to be yourself because if you're not going to be yourself, then what are you doing it for?
Yeah.
Who are you doing it for at the end of the day?
Yeah. Like, and He created us like in His own perfect image. So like, yes, with that being said, like we're perfect how we are, but also the gym helps with your health and everything too. And God wants you to be healthy and everything. So everything is related back to Him, everything. Yeah.
So now that you have transitioned and switched over, and now you are a manager here at Peach, how has the journey been for you, like with all of the changes? Because it seems like to me the changes have happened like not sporadically, but they've happened very quickly for you.
I think it's more of a mindset change. Physically, I feel like it hasn't been a change because our bodies are so used to undergoing different things. But it's been such a mindset change, like realizing I'm not the fun little Miami Cuban girl who listens to Daddy Yankee and parties on boats. Like she she's still in there somewhere, but really it's more of like Valerie who shows up for herself in the Lord, and Valerie who wants to prove herself every day of being a better human and helping others. And it's all a mindset thing of when you realize, there's such a bigger end game or a reason as to why we're doing stuff. And maybe it is to help us and become disciples, but it's also to make other people disciples and to change their lives for the better. So big mindset change. Yeah.
So, what are some misconceptions that people have when they are starting their fitness journey? Because I know for me, I did cheer and dance for like a long time, like from when I was like 5 till like maybe 12, 13.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
And it was a big change for me after I stopped. But now that I'm working out and taking care of my body,
Yeah, girl, you've been in the gym.
hey, it's summertime. It's about to be summer, so that body got to be body yaddy. Okay? We all trying to win. But so what are some misconceptions that either like you have gone through or that you've seen like other women gone through and you've helped them get there through that?
With the gym?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone, oh, I'm too big or I'm too heavy to start at the gym because progress takes forever, et cetera, et cetera. I have seen the biggest change in these women in a matter of 6 weeks. We did a transformation challenge, 30 classes in 6 weeks. These girls dropped 7, 12, 15 pounds, and it's crazy because they're so consistent. And the only motivating factor is themselves, us hyping them up, like their external things that motivate them. So you can be really any size to see a change. I think another thing is age. A lot of girls are like, oh, I don't want to work out at Peach because I'm not like young and fit. And I'm like, no, our oldest member is 90 years old. You better get your butt in here.
Wow, that's awesome.
Butt. She is so strong. But yeah, any size, any weight, women, our bodies change all the time. They're constantly fluctuating. We constantly have the arm fat here, a little underbelly fat. That's really just our uterus popping out. Like, it's so crazy how online everyone like does these filters and all this stuff. And like, we're all just so real. We're all women. We all go through it. We all get our periods. We all have babies. Like, we know what it's like. And women hold the weight or the world on our shoulders. My sister told me this quote yesterday. She was like, oh, something that's very dismotivating for women is when you go into the gym because you're like, oh my gosh, it takes a year to see progress in the gym, which is, yes, okay, that's fair. At least to get like a big butt or whatever. And she's like, that's so unmotivating. Like, oh, I'm never going to get there. It's going to take so long. But then she was like, oh, what really pushed me is the fact that time is going to pass regardless. You're going to be in a year from now, probably in the same position, maybe something different. I don't know. Time is going to pass, right? Like, it's going to go. So might as well use that time to get fit, get strong, not to get skinny. We don't want to get skinny. We want to get strong. We want to get jacked. And just use that time because it's going to pass regardless.
So now we're going to talk about some faith and life lesson questions.
Yes. Okay.
So I know that fitness is physical for you and it's become who you are. Mm-hmm. But how do you balance faith, personal life, and wellness all together?
I think a way of doing that is kind of, I feel like what I mentioned earlier, like going to the gym. And I used to listen at the gym like Sexy Red and all this crazy stuff. And now I put my worship music on, and nothing motivates me more than a good worship song, because if he did it for us, we can do it for him at the end of the day. So that is my biggest motivating factor. When you combine both together, it can be your passion in whatever it is and Christ, and together it will make you want to do it that much more, make you want to show up for yourself, for him, for others. But yeah, little things like that. Remembering, like I said earlier, like it's not your body, it's really for him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I feel like when I listen to worship music, I am my best self, and I'm like invincible.
Right? I feel the same way.
I feel it. Like Evolution Worship, Evolution Rhythm. Those are my faves, okay?
Yeah.
Maverick City.
So good. Those are like the top 3. Mwah, so good.
Chandler Moore too. He eats.
So good. Valerie is so good from him.
Okay. So how has discipline and motivation helped you maintain a healthy lifestyle?
I have this one thing that I've lived by forever, and it's that I want to be the best mother, woman of God, wife ever. And I can't wait for a big family. I want like 5 kids. I want the biggest backyard. And that motivates me so much because in terms of like your career, you want to work harder because you want to provide for your kids and you want to help your family and your loved ones. And just, I feel like everyone has this thing where like, oh, I want to give back to my parents. And it's true. That's something we can honestly all connect on. If it's not your parents, it's your grandparents or just any loved one that's helped and loved you. And career-wise, that's what motivates me to get to that point. And in terms of just like life and faith, I think what motivates me is just being able to make little mini me's and mini disciples to like make further disciples from there and just honor God and spread the gospel. Yeah.
Hold on. I feel like,
but you know, it's like, it's helping with bills. It's helping with this and that. It's helping raising my little siblings that, you know, my parents are working overtime. So financial things is not something a lot of people are comfortable talking about, especially here in Naples. But I'm very comfortable with talking about it because that's how like we grow. You know, honestly, we go through that trauma. We all experience it. And we've all been late on our rent. We've all like had a car payment that we've had to pay. And it's just like realizing it's so normalized, not to talk about, but normalized to go through. And I think that has really pushed me to be the workaholic I am and not necessarily wanting to prove to other people, but to prove to myself, like I can come out of this. And we did, and we have, and you will too, you know, if you've all gone through it.
Girl, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was thinking the same exact thing.
We've all gone through it. Like we all know what it is.
It's true. We have. And I just feel like nowadays in our society, whether it's women or men, nobody wants to talk about those hard conversations. And I'm sorry, but baby, it's 2026. Look around. Look around, because there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to have a bad day or a bad month. It is okay. We're all human. At the end of the day, God knows your heart. God knows what you're going through, and He will make a way for you to come out of it.
And something that I've learned recently, or not, I guess we've always known this, but like that was brought to my attention is when you pass and you go to heaven, like you can't bring anything monetary with you. You can only bring your kind heart and your good spirit. And so, you know, here locally, I had this lady come in and she was very like, she lived well. She was very wealthy. And so I remember I was like, man, I would love to be like her one day, like get out of here in my G-Wagon and take the boat out to Key Waden. And then literally the next day, which no hate, because I would literally love to be her. And then so the next day the pastor was like, he like humbled the heck out of us. And he was like, oh, sometimes all those people have is monetary things. Like that's all they have. They don't have love. They don't have humility. They don't have God. They don't have family who cares for them, right? So literally that's all they have. And when they pass and then whatever, like you move on and the next person takes it over. Like there's a new owner of that boat. There's a new owner of that G-Wagon. Like you can't take it with you. Yeah, that was deep.
Now, what is some advice that you would tell your younger self?
Oh, I like think of like myself. I always think of like this cute little old picture of me, and I was like, oh, little. Mama, you're gonna cry a lot. You're gonna go through some stuff. You're gonna fall in love. You're gonna get your heart broken. You're gonna find your favorite job. You're gonna like have to leave it. Like you are going to go through so many things that so many other people go through, and just know that you don't need to hide it. You don't need to think that you're alone in this. You have girlfriends that you can talk to. You have coworkers you can even talk to, like your own mom, your sister. Like you can confide in these people. You don't need to box it in. And I think for so long, because I'm the type of person, I don't like to tell people my business. I'm very like to myself. Like I'll pray about it. I'll tell my man and move on, push it through. But like, oh my gosh, talking about things is like so like relieving. Like you feel like a weight off your shoulders. Yeah. So praying about it, like man, praying about it will get you there. And God wants to talk to you. He wants to hear it. He knows what's going on. He just can't wait for you to tell him.
Yeah, that's true. Now, what are some personal goals or endeavors that we don't know that you're willing to share with us that you are working towards, whether it's at Peach or in your personal life?
I am having the hardest time staying focused on like reading my Bible every night. And I feel so condemned when I go to church and they're like, oh, you better read that red letter, you better get to it. And I'm like, man, I know. And then I get home and I knock out and I'm like, and I wake up feeling so condemned and so guilty. And I'm like, God doesn't want me to feel guilty. Like, he wants me to know like I tried my best, but did I try my best? Like, why didn't I? That is something I'm fighting right now like crazy, because I know I shouldn't feel like ashamed of myself, but I need to get into it. It's like, when you need to like save money and you keep getting your nails done, it's like that, but it's so much deeper than that. So I would for sure say I'm battling that. And then as for work and Peach, like, I think the community here is great. Like, all the women and everything is so nice. I think it's just like I'm also learning to like put my foot down. I've never been in a position where like I've had to be so like authoritative. I think that's the word.
Yep.
And so my little Spanglish comes out. And so I'm really learning when to like put, because I'm very soft and I'm very emotional. I'm a Pisces, and I know some people like I'm not into astrology. I just know that we're apparently super emotional. And I am crazy emotional. I'm super soft because both of my parents are super soft. So I didn't have like too much of an authoritative figure. But I was also a good kid, so I didn't need to get like, you know what I mean? So I'm not like that. I'm very soft. And I feel like now in my career, I need to be more like, excuse me. You know what I mean?
Affirmative.
Yeah. Because I'm like the good boss. I'm like, do better next time, instead of like, time out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're going to do it now type of deal.
Yeah.
So your last question would be, where do you see yourself in 5 years with your personal life, with Peach?
5 years. Okay, I would be like about to be 30. So hopefully popping out like 3 kids. I would go to the beach every weekend with my family, with my husband, celebrating holidays. I'm so family oriented. Like, my biggest dream is just to have a beautiful, healthy family. And I am so excited to be a mom. And I don't know. I like think about it and like I have stars in my eyes because I'm so excited for it. So hopefully just a happy and healthy, praying, raising little disciples, and career-wise, I mean, just growing in the business. Peach is such a great place because we're opening like different locations. So going to different locations, and then long-term, my dream ever since I was like in high school was like to open up my own women's only gym, which is so crazy and like connected because Peach is women's only gym. So like just branching out and like me and my husband owning our own gym, and yeah, I don't know, maybe somewhere in Florida. We'll see. On a beach.
Yeah, we will definitely see. Now, where can we find you? Where can we find Peach at? What platforms is it on? Just in case people don't know where to look.
Yeah. So my Instagram is valufit. So literally val.ufit. I have like fitness videos on there. So if you're ever like, oh, I want to work out or find a new gym, women's only, it's 24/7. So you can come here and we have anywhere from, like I said, high schoolers to women who are in their 40s, moms, single moms, a little bit of everything. So yeah, coming here and hanging out with me and Destiny, always on Mondays, go every night. I'm always in the front, praising with my hands up.
She is like literally. I'm in the middle or in the back, and she's like, "Come to the front," and I'm like,
I love it. It's a full experience. But yeah, and then Peach, our Instagram is just Peach Naples if you're interested in the gym. But you can honestly text like either one of us if you're interested in just learning about the gospel and the Lord, and we can help you with Destiny or anything. Yeah. Shout out to Destiny.
So that is it. I hope you guys like this video, and we will be seeing Val and Peach real soon.
Yay! Bye, guys.
Bye.